So in this quick little video, I want to go about how to assemble multi-layered maps, and not directly why you should use them, but why they are better. I will show you first how to do it in Affinity Photo. As you can see, we will be using the Guildhall as our example today. And the second way that I will show you is directly doing it in Roll20. How you can assemble multi-layered maps in Roll20 if you do not want to use a external image manipulation program like Photoshop or Affinity or GIMP, although GIMP is free, so you are losing on that part. Now, first, what does this multi-layered map system enable us? It enables us to, as long as we match up the resolution, combine different effects. So let's say I want to make a rainy day in the summer. Well, I will need a day, so I choose the day background. I will need shadows. These are basically general between all of them. And then I select the rain. Now, what did we get here? We did get our normal Guildhall. And we did get our rain, but we did also get the summer background. What's the difference? If I enable the rain background, you see rain is a lot darker. Even though this is day, you can see that the rain is a lot darker. But I don't want dark. I want rain, but on a brighter day. So I do this. You can also just go, it's raining at night. So this is one of the advantages of this. I will go back to the day layer. Another really great thing that you can do is bake your grid in a nicer way. So the normal way that the grid would be done is you have your grid and you would overlay it like this. But what you can also do is bake your grid in between your detail and your background layer, which will make it so that your grid does not phase through walls, that your grid nicely goes below trees, sits below objects, allowing these to stand out a lot more. And in my opinion, at least, it looks a lot nicer. It also communicates to players very easily where they can go. There's no grid here. You can't go there. There's no grid here. Like sure, you can go onto this barrel, which is possible, but you can't go there. It just makes it a bit nicer. Now here's another thing that I will quickly show you in Roll here first, although we have to go to Roll20 to fully utilize it, which is having a extra layer to generate depth. So what you can see here is I have exported, if I put the day back on, I have exported only the trees and roofs. I will show you why that's great. We go to Roll20. So you want to go ahead and make yourself a rainy summer day. We will make a new page. We will call it Guildhall Rain Day. We go here. First thing, we switch to the map layer. Then we pull in our base, which would be 70 pixels per grid square day. Now you will suffer through the uploading of Roll20, which is very annoying, but we have to deal with it because we cannot use Foundry. Adjust page size, very important. Right click, lock. Great, we now have our base layer. What we will do now is take our shadows. Whoop. Upload. It has imported our shadows. Sadly, for some reason, Roll20 always spawns stuff off center. Do not ask me why. But when you move it like very close to the center, it will fit. Yeah, it doesn't even have a thing that like allows you to center something. If we look at this, it should be correct. We will see. Next, we will take our detail layer. This would be the rain layer because we want a rainy map. So let's pull in the rain layer. Now we need to align this. There we go. Lock. Now, we can put our grid in here if we want to, but I don't want to use a grid right now. What I do want to show you is the trees. They won't fit now because they are day, but I just want to show you. We import the tree layer. We make it fit. We lock it. We change it to the light layer. We now have this on the light layer. It sadly doesn't do much here, but I like to have it here just to have a general look. And if Roll20 doesn't bamboozle me here, if we change it to the dynamic lighting, it should normally show the light layer above the normal layer. It does not. I was really hoping. That's actually a bummer, because I will now have to either re-record this or accept the fact that it didn't work. It didn't work. Woo. I'm also on the wrong page, but it's fine. Okay, seems that this does not work anymore. I am sorry, but a while ago you were able to move things onto the lighting layer to have them basically appear in front of everything and allow you to just have a nicer sense of depth. Luckily, there is a place where we can do that. Let's just quickly check. My token doesn't have any vision. Yeah. Well, it seems that the Jumpgate beta has broken this. Luckily, we do have the thing that will make it work, and that also allows us to use it in a actually nice way, which is Foundry. I just really want to try this, so while I do that, dynamic lighting, this token has vision, save. That's the folder, just so that you see that we have all of these different layers there, in case you are interested in that. Now, since having a interesting. Then I will show you in a wonderful display capture. Yes. I know that it's scuffed, but I mean, why are you here? It has to be for scuffed stuff. We are in Foundry. Why are we in Foundry? Because I think it's just a better thing. Guildhall. Day. Create the scene. We can have a background and a foreground image. This is great. We can just use our Guildhall assembled. Day, 70 pixels. Select our foreground image. I will have to quickly get that. TFC, and we want to use our trees. Open. Select file. Save changes. Let's switch over here. Now, what does it mean for us that we now have this foreground image? Well, if we just quickly pull in something, so we can just take an actor. So let's name him John. We just quickly create John. Does he have a token? He has a token. He's Mystery Man. We pull in John. John will now be below this layer. And that's the really great thing about having these foreground images. That we have now a layer that's in front of our tokens. Which adds this amazing amount of depth to a map. Yeah, we can still sit on this log, but we can also kind of just peek out under here, walk under the trees. It gives you an amazing experience in terms of depth. That was how to assemble your multi-layered maps and a short way on how to use them. If you assemble these in Roll20, you need to make sure to upload them in the correct order, or you will have to do a lot of juggling the different layers, send to back, send to front all the time. But it will allow you to even on the fly, technically, change a map. If you do not set up your map in a way that you want, you can quickly drag in a new layer. You can, if I open up this again, if you really want to, and you have a, let's just make a day map. You have a day map, and for some reason you want it to feel a bit different, a bit grimmer, you want a different atmosphere. Just put in either the night base, which won't fit because you see this edge. Or you just put in the night detail. It looks a bit weird, but we can also try with rain. Looks a bit better. Sometimes they combine really well, sometimes they don't. White grids. In general, white grids are easier to see, but also more distractive. If you have a night map, I would use a white grid. You can see one of the things that I did not consider, which is that I put this path onto the detail layer and not onto a different layer below. There's that. We will now take a look. What does this map look like in DungeonDraft? In terms of these layers. Just so that we can take a look at all of our levels and compare. Let's go to the dirt and grass level. Level settings. We do have dirt and grass. This is our dirt and grass and also contains all the lights. Which is, if I put X, you can see this contains all the lights. And this bit of wear We then have a level that's called day. This contains all the objects for day. Then rain, this contains also the rain and some extra lights. And then night, which contains some different extra shadows that I just baked into the object layer. Also, these all differ in their lighting. If you look at environment lighting. I'm a mess. Then we have the shadow layer. This contains nearly all shadows. The shadow web PD has some manually added shadows in Affinity, but this contains most of them. We have the layer that is just called grid. This is where I export the grid. And then we have the different trees. I did not say, oh yeah, compare levels is still on. This is day trees. This is just, if you compare with the other levels, this is just trees exported. And that's it for multi-layered maps.